It's week 5 of the National.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
There's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher. Make them play baseball. They'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback. All right? That's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 37. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort in that last play. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
You make a play here. Take it to him.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a 2nd one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Up the middle they go. Weston, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans got him, and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The pass rush has got real strength to play. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead goes to 10-0.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football.
as they've got it as we resume action. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Third and 19. Back to throw here. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 good ones in the 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's got room to roam. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Field before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but now out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds. Back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. For the left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
You
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Weston. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. The Chiefs trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head cross-country, just outside D.C., to check out the Commanders at home in Landover. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Slot man moves right. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
First down 10 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 4. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. The slot man in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He gets it to Thomas. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down. Looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas,
55 yards.
and the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll drop the throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, but he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
ETN up the middle.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. A short throw to Ingram. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 7. First down, Jacksonville.
They're going to look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escape. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out the game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Escapes the defender. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here's a give up the middle.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done now. When you take care of stitching together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Texans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.